that sound? That's what you're looking for right there. That's sticker pecking out stuff right there, boys. I'm here to tell you, sticker pecking out stuff. I was gonna do this weekend. I run out of time, had so many other things that I ended up doing, but I've already pulled the knives off of this thing, dropped the knives off with the guy this morning. They're going to US Blade over in West Monroe, Louisiana. I'm gonna get them sharpened. So they run a truck over here, they pick them up, and then the next week they bring them back. So we're gonna see how that works and get that done. But I'm about to pull this thing out. I'm gonna blow it out again. I blew it out the other day. Went ahead, Chris and I chipped with it yesterday. I'm gonna open it up, blow it out, show you how that works, and then we'll bring it back in. We're gonna pull the anvil out of it this time. I think the anvil needs to be flipped over, so we'll get that done, get this thing fixed up. All right, crank her up here. We're gonna lift the yoke all the way up on it, and we're gonna pin it where it'll be kind of locked out. So they put this pin right here. It goes in the top up there, so it goes all the way across, and then it locks that yoke up then, so you can see it in there. I'm gonna reach in here and grab. I thought that was some big stuff, but it's actually not. Then there's a trap door right here. Look ahead. The feed roller is right up above that right there. See, the anvil is right in there. If you've ever worked on a hay baler, this is very comparable to it. Very comparable, because you basically got to crawl up in it like you clog up the throat of a baler or a combine or something like that. And it's no fun getting in here with the grit. I'm gonna make the wheels run backwards now and see if it'll pop that little sliver of wood out of it there, so it'll be out of my way. Let me see if it'll work. There, it went forward. So you make them run forward or backwards, either way. Alright, so we good now. So I'm having a little bit of trouble with this thing. What it's doing, it did it yesterday on me and Chris. You're running it wide open and you're chipping and everything, and then you kind of quit chipping for a second, and this thing's still sitting while it's got a little bit of lag time in it. It's done it I think 3 times now. It did it back during the summer like June, and then it hadn't done any more till yesterday. It will run, and all of a sudden you'll hear it kind of start like fluttering, like it almost like it's trying to run out of gas, but it's got plenty of gas in it. And then if you idle it down and you bump it back up, it'll catch itself, and say you get it up at 1200 RPMs, it'll stay running and it's fine. But if you idle it all down and you don't bump it back up a little bit, it'll kind of start spitting and sputter until it completely kills itself, is what it'll do. And then you wait a little bit and it'll crank up and it'll run. It's got a fault code in it now. I cleared it out of it twice on the other 2 times, but this time I've left it in there where you can go to it and you can see the menu. Okay, all right there. Let's see. Active fault codes, ECU, If anybody's got one of these chippers or whatever, it's got the gas engine in it, this one's got the Ford, the 6.2 liter in it, and they've had to deal with this, let me know where I can, because I need to take it to the dealer. I'm not going to take it up there right now, but yeah. So you see, so something's going on with it there, and I'll get that fixed up. But we're about to crawl into this beast now, and we're going to pull the anvil out of it. Get the camera going, flip it up, show you. So you see those bolts right there? That's the right underneath the anvil. That's what holds it in place. See the jam nuts with the eye bolt on right there. That's how you adjust the anvil in and out. So we're gonna take these 5 out there, and it's pretty simple. I mean, ain't nothing too much rocket science to it. So we'll try it. So we'll keep these bolts in order the way they come out also. All right, now we should be able to go up to the top, and I'll say we should be able to go up to the top and flip the anvil right out. Let's see if that'll work. This is what the brand new anvil looks like. See, it's sloped on both sides on the face right there. So this one that's in there is in just like that. So it's made to where you can flip it and wear the other side out. So I've got, this one is new. I'm not going to put this one in. Knives are going to be going, they're going to be coming in here and going right by that right there, that edge there is what they're going to be doing. So I kind of suspect this is going to be rounded right there, and we're fixing to find out. So I'm going to pull it out. You can see what I was talking about this angle right here. The angles are opposite one another, so you would take this one right here and you would just flip it. You would just take it and just bloop, just like that to do it, which is what I'm going to do. So let's see if this joker, I may have to get a screwdriver to get it out. Oh, there's one of them pieces of ivy. Let's stick it out this hole over here on the side, drop it down. There is no telling how many tons of chips this thing has chipped. It's got 176 hours on it, and this thing don't idle. When it's running, it's chipping. I don't let it sit there, so the hours that are on it are full-blown chip hours. So yeah, and that's the same anvil. I've not flipped that anvil yet. Let me get me a screwdriver. If I can get, there we go. And so if I just get it to move a little bit, we'll get it. What it is, it's got that stuff, that bark, pitch, and everything on the sides right there. All right. So we're gonna pull it out and look at it, and it may not be as bad as I think it is. But see, I don't know anything about chippers other than what I've done on this one here. So somebody who chips all the time can comment down below, or you know, the mechanics on them and works on them, and they tell me that nah, you can keep on running that thing. Cause let me pull it out here and just put it back in there the way it was, and keep on running it. So let me get it out, get the camera out of the way first. So this is not what I was expecting. I figured it was going to be rounded off. And I think, I mean, there ain't a lot of difference between that side And that side, so I was expecting it to be, you know, like bull-nosed or something. I mean, it's got some wear, a little bit of wear on top. I think I'm gonna just put it back in there just like it was, I believe. I don't think I'm gonna flip it yet. But let me know down below, the people who run them, because I know there's a lot of tree guys who watch my stuff now and help me out on this so that I'll know for sure, because I don't. That's one question that I did not ask Bandit as far as that goes. And I'm just gonna stick it back in there like it is, put a new set of knives on, adjust the anvil up where it needs to be, good and tight, and we're gonna let her eat. So I just got her laid back in there, and I have just talked to a couple people about that, about the edge, and they told me what my suspicions were. But if anybody has anything they can add in the comments, please do, because that's the thing about YouTube, is we can all learn something, and that's what I love doing, is learning. You learn a lot from the comments. There may be somebody out there potentially about to buy a chipper and they don't know, you know, just like me on what need to do. So, and we all, like I said, we all may learn something. But I'm sticking it back in there, same edge cutting. I did not film any of this, but I did just put a new set of knives all the way around it and bolts in it. They say to replace those bolts after every 4 times you pull them out. So put a set of bolts on them. I'm not going to take no chances on that. That's probably a good idea anyhow after you torque them to 280 foot-pounds. You can see them there. So now we're going to set the anvil down there on the bottom and get it locked down. So this right here closes up, and we'll be done with this little beauty. So there was some trash, of course, in the pockets of the drums that fell down in there on top of the anvil. We'll take the air hose and see if I can blow it up in there underneath the drum. Then we'll check and we'll get it set then. And just like that, the trash is gone. So I'm going to set y'all right here again, where you can see. They send a filler gauge with this thing, but we're not going to use it. We're going to see where this thing is. Right there. That's pretty tight on that one. I mean, that's tighter than the filler gauge. I mean, I can tell that. Let's roll it. Check this one on the other side here, see what it's looking like. All right. So the rule of thumb is to get it as tight as you can without it hitting, and then tighten her down. So I've got it snug down. Now, this is the filler gauge, and you can see that it will not go in it already. So technically, by the factory spec, it's set right there. But, well, it's actually set a little tight right there. We're gonna go tighter. That's what we're gonna do. Let me spin it around. Let me get over here on this one. There goes more junk. You have to be very careful and don't get your finger down there, because it would, man, it would cut it off so fast. Let me hold it here and get it in place. So we can go a little bit closer. You can tell when you crank it up, you can tell by the sound of it, how it sounds when it's, where the blade goes by. And I'll do that too. Oh, I love cranking this thing up. Let's check it and see how close we are now. We're still not close enough. Not what I want, man. Because It's kind of crazy because you wouldn't think that it would make that much of a difference on the chip size. This side over here, I'm gonna go down a little bit further, but man, on the chipper, it's kind of like a chainsaw. You're dealing with thousandths of an inch, and a few thousandths make a big difference. Yeah, they really do. Oh yeah, we about to get there now. You see how tight that thing is now? I mean, we getting down to the nut cutting now, buddy. Let's see where that one is at. I'm gonna go just a hair more, and then we're gonna lock that joker down. So you can see over on this side, on that corner right there. I imagine it's gonna have a little bit of wear on that anvil right there, but I'm gonna go just a fudge more, and that's gonna do it. Let's check this dude one last time. So they say a business card. That's probably just a tad off of a business card, but you can see this corner over here on this far side. That's pretty dang tight. Let's roll this one around. We're gonna check them all, make sure none of them hit. Yeehaw, boy. That's what I'm talking about. So that was number 2. Here comes number 3. Oof. Yep, number 3. That's as tight as you can get it right there. Let's check number 4. Make sure we ain't gonna have no strike. Right there. Number 4. Because it's all gonna be a little bit different once that thing wears some. Yeah, buddy. All right, we done. All right, we're gonna crank her up. I'm just gonna bring it up to speed. Here, I gotta put this thing back in. This is a safety lockout that they have on it. Okay. Oh, so I did get an answer from one of my chipping gurus about the anvil for sure, and my thoughts are exactly what I thought they were. And he even confirmed that he said it'll wear in the center to the point to where the corners of it won't have the wear on it, just like what it is right now, where there's a little bit of difference in the middle of it. He said it'll get to where you just can't even adjust it up to it no more to even get it to really cut like it's supposed to. So A-okay on that. Let's crank her up here. I'm only gonna run it for just a little bit inside this building is all, and then I'll shut it down. So now I'm gonna engage the clutch. So she's rolling. You hear that sound? That's what you're looking for right there. So we're doing a cut now, boy. Sticker pecking out stuff right there, boys. I'm here to tell you, sticker pecking out stuff. So that was only about quarter throttle right there. Imagine how fast that thing is going at full song, man. Alright, so I still got a lot more hours before I need to put an anvil in this thing, or even flip that one right there. So yeah, boy, I do need to let this thing back down. Let me do that real quick. I'll crank it back up. Alright. So that's what it looks like closed. Yeah, man. $176 hours on the pig now. She's ready.